You are not your emotions. You are passing in and out of states of consciousness. I'm going to repeat that. You are not your emotions. You are passing in and out of states of consciousness. Let's talk about it. Your emotions are not your identity. They do not belong to you. And as the late, great Neville Goddard taught in many of his Law of Assumption teachings, each and every one of us are constantly throughout our day passing in and out of states of consciousness. And as Neville breaks it down, states of consciousness have their own inner workings. They have their own thoughts and emotions that go with whatever that embodiment is in terms of your state of consciousness. For example, if you are in a state of consciousness where you are depressed, depression has its own inner workings. Depression has its own pattern of thought. Depression has its own pattern of emotion. You do not identify with depression in terms of saying, I am depressed. Depression is something you experience. It's not who you are. So if you are passing through the state of depression, you can understand now from these teachings and your higher level of understanding that depression itself doesn't belong to you. You are just passing through a state of depression, which means that the thoughts that go with depression don't belong to you, and the emotion that go with depression don't belong to you. Allow yourself to observe the thoughts that come with depression. Allow yourself to observe and also express the thoughts that come with depression, but don't allow yourself to stay in a state of consciousness longer than you need to. I'm going to repeat that. You get to decide how long you visit each and every state of consciousness. So, as Neville teaches, you can return to your state of consciousness where your wish is fulfilled by simply becoming aware of who am I being in this moment? What state of consciousness am I embodying? Who do I say I am in this moment? The thoughts that I'm thinking belong to that state of consciousness. And if the thoughts that I'm thinking and the emotions that I'm feeling are not in alignment with who I choose to be, the state of consciousness that I choose to embody, then I can simply shift my awareness from being the observer of someone who is outside of experiencing my wish fulfilled to someone who is actually living in the end of my wish fulfilled, who is already fulfilled, who is already happy, healthy, whole, complete, and living in a state of having what it is that I desire.